Alright gamers, let's talk about a classic, the Sony PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller. You know it, you love it, or maybe you have some strong feelings about it. But either way, it's a controller that defined a generation. I've been putting this multicolored DualShock 4 through its paces, and I'm ready to share my thoughts. First off, the feel. It just fits so nicely in your hands. The ergonomic design is comfortable even for long gaming sessions. I've got pretty average-sized hands, and I find the grip perfect, but I know some people with larger hands might prefer something a bit chunkier. The textured analog sticks are a nice touch, providing good grip and precision. I've never felt like my thumbs were slipping around, which is crucial for those intense moments in games. The buttons are responsive and tactile. You get that satisfying click with every press. The D-pad is, well, it's a D-pad. It's functional, but it's not the best D-pad I've ever used. Fighting game enthusiasts might prefer a different controller for that, but for most games, it gets the job done. The triggers and shoulder buttons feel great, especially in racing games or shooters where you need those subtle pressure controls. One of the standout features of the DualShock 4 is the built-in touchpad. It's not always utilized to its full potential in games, but when it is, it adds a cool layer of interactivity. Think swiping through menus, using it as a makeshift trackpad, or even using it for gestures in certain games. It's a nice little addition that sets it apart from other controllers. The DualShock 4 is battery-powered, which means you'll need to charge it up regularly. The battery life is decent, lasting for several hours of gameplay, but it's always a good idea to have a charging cable handy. Speaking of which, it connects via USB, so you can plug it directly into your PS4 for charging and wired play. I usually prefer wireless, but the wired option is there if you need it. Now let's talk about the color. This multicolor version is pretty slick. It adds a bit of personality to your setup. If you're tired of the standard black, definitely check out some of the other color options available. There's something for everyone. Overall, the DualShock 4 is a solid controller. It's comfortable, responsive, and has some cool features. It's not perfect, but it's a reliable and enjoyable way to experience your PS4 games. If you're looking for a new controller or just a backup, the DualShock 4 is definitely worth considering. It's a classic for a reason. So, what are your thoughts on the DualShock 4? Let me know in the comments below.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.